Welcome back to our Kaiserpunk series. We started in Central Europe and we're still only there. We haven't expanded at all. We did discover another of the AI that is actually in South America thanks to our trader. But so far we're neutral. We're not friends, we're not enemies, all good. I did build at the end of the last episode the first upgrade on the world map over here. Right, we have a farming center that is going to boost our farming production. And yeah, over here, we have a city that is slowly but surely definitely growing. Laborers over here, manufacturers over there. In between the two episodes, I did make a small change, which is I started to convert some of those low-density labor houses into high-rises. Why? Because, as I mentioned in the previous episode, you can fit a lot more people into the same space. Basically, I destroyed 3 of these, so that's 90 people, right? And around 4,000 of taxes. And with destroying 3 like this, you can build 2 of these, which is 160 people and almost 7.5, let's say 7.6 taxes. So it's way more for sure. Of course, you need to have enough production of everything, but it is definitely better for the space. Speaking of production, we're looking pretty good. If we look over here at our production, we're in positive by a lot on many things. So that's great. The only one we're negative is the cellulose. We can fix that soon. And you may actually realize we have a new one here, the hell. We didn't start the hell in the previous episode, we just started it now, producing 12, using only 3, so we're really good on that one. We're going to increase our stock, and at some point we can start even selling it. I'm going to show you in a second the hell, but before, let me remind you why we're looking at the hell. It's because my manufacturers over here, they have a bit more advanced houses, and they want a lot more things. On the basic needs, instead of just vegetable and bread, they also want fish and meat and water. We did that in the last episode, all good. But then also on the luxuries, on top of the clothes and newspapers, they also want hell, they also want gramophones and radios. So hell was the easiest I started with. Let me show you, I've put it next to the bread production because it actually takes bread to get this started, takes wheat, sorry, to get this started. So we have the grain field over here producing 10 of grain. And then we have 2 of those breweries, which each one taking 5, so that's why we have 2. Right? It does also require electricity and water. So in the middle, you can see the water and the electricity. Right? And then we have a depot over here to make sure that people can deliver quickly. There was another depot there, but it felt a bit far. So that's why I put another one. We have a small space here. That could be we start putting some decorations, maybe a daisy lawn. So yeah, with this, we're starting to make enough ale for sure. Now let's move to the next. What is the next? Well, we want to start making gramophone and radios. This is actually both into the same factory over here. This will take for the gramophone lumber and copper, for the radio rubber and copper. I think what we're going to do is we're going to find a copper mine first, which should be over here, mining buildings, coal, copper mine. There it is. So where is the copper? Over here, this is 300. Is there any copper close by? This is also 400. Okay, I think we're going to go on to that direction. And we can make a new kind of small, working place. Okay, here and there. I guess we can also try to take all of this out, potentially repair some of them. But give me a second to organize this. Okay, so we have over here, yeah, it is, what is that? That looks like a farm. What type of farm? I'm not sure. I guess we're gonna repair it, it's fine. Oh, we've discovered another region again. And I don't really need those resources there, but I'm going to salvage all of this just so that I have the space here. Then we're gonna want for sure a road here. Right, where is the entrance? Oh, I think I placed it the wrong way, sorry, my bad. Let me move it a bit. Yep, now it's better. So yeah, we're gonna need a road here for sure. And then there was a road there, perfect. Okay, so this is now connected to our city, but it is not working because there's no depot. This is going to create 18 of copper, by the way, on the basic, right? In the future, we're going to get some upgrades. We didn't talk about upgrades in the future, but definitely we're going to have that in the future. That is going to be important. Well, now let's focus, as I said, on creating a depot first and foremost. So let's put it, we probably don't need to put it right next to it because we're going to move the copper directly into productions, but it's fine to have it. We see we're low on population, so I'm going to continue what I was doing just before. Of let's destroy 3 of these and copy 2 of these instead. So what's gonna happen is, look, the first one is already full because the people were already there. The second has a bit of people, and now with immigration, slowly but surely that's going to start increasing, right? So okay, all good there. Let's continue going there. Oh, I see there is a riot or a fire. We'll fix that in the future. Oh, that is very advanced stuff. Love it, love it. And this still takes 1 day. Okay, we're not ready for it. I guess what we can do in the meantime is just put these buildings on the side. So for example, put it, oh, we can put it over here. Expand the road. Okay. So we're gonna expand that there. And with this, we can check, okay, actually gramophone is the first production, so that's fine. If we want to go to radio, we can move it over here. Let's start with the gramophone, right? And we see this is 3 copper. So with the 18 there, again, you can make quite a few of these. And this is going to produce 5. It does require some lumber, right? It will also require some electricity and some water. We're gonna need electricity and water for sure. I'm not trying to make, right away a super efficient layout. For now, we're just going to connect everything and then we can make a layout in the future. But as we said, we're going to need also, some lumber, right? And by the way, this has been created. This is a cotton farm, okay? So I'm going to pause it and I'm going to move it next to... Where is my cotton? It's in the north, I think. Yeah, it's over here. So I'm just going to put it over here for now. We can use it in the future. And let's continue on this. So we said we're going to need some lumber, right? I am actually probably making tons of wood some already, but it's fine. It's not that much laborers. So let's do something like this. And then we're going to want, where is it? No. Here. Lumber yard, yeah. Oh, we've reached the maximum plywood, by the way. We should start selling some. But before, let me, do this one. Damn it. I thought I could place 2. I guess I can if I do this. Okay, so let's do that. Let's move this one by 1 tile and this one like this. Okay. We expand quickly the road here. Okay. And here, for these 2 buildings, instead of doing plywood, we're going to move it to lumber. Same for this one. Let's move it to lumber. So this is only taking 2 wood, so we have actually tons of wood left there, which again reminds me, let's probably start selling some of this. Where's my market here? So let's sell a bit of plywood. We're gonna say maybe 1,500, you can sell above, and maybe even, we have so much wood, do the same for the wood. Above 1,000, you can sell it. Okay. So we're going to get some more money with that, and more importantly, oh, this is not in range, sorry. We're gonna move that one here. That way, everything should be in range, right? This is in range to deliver the copper directly, and these 2 are in range to deliver the wood directly too. Now, to be precise again, if we need 4 wood, this is producing 12. So we could have multiple of these in one layout. So we can work on a cool layout, right, that has, I guess, on one side this, or in the middle this, and this in the middle. I don't know, we're gonna have to think about it. But with this, here it is, we've started to make some gramophone. So we can check quickly. Gramophone, yeah, it's not coming yet. Give it a second, it's probably the first time we're building some. In the meantime, maybe we just copy these guys, so that we make another one, but this time this will be for the radios. So again, some copper, right? But the other thing we need is some rubber. The rubber is produced, as is shown over here, in refineries. I think we have unlocked that, but we're gonna check that in a second. Again, I just want to make sure this is working fine. Okay, I think we've made some. So okay, let's check it out. Gramophone, we're producing 5, we're using 3, so we're okay. Newspaper is again in negative. Okay, we're gonna need to fix that one. And we also seem to have some riots and fires, which is, by the way, very linked to the fact that we're not giving them gramophones and radios. If we were, they would be happy. So that's why I'm trying to focus on these ones right now. And maybe the other thing we should do is put another one of this fire station, because this one covers well this corner, but it doesn't cover well on this side. So let's do this, because it seems to be getting on fire pretty often. And I think we have money. We do need a power station for that one, so let's go. We have electricity, so all good there. Water, we're definitely increasing our water consumption. We're gonna need to be careful there. We are low on this workforce. So let's continue. Yes. Yeah, this one is full, so indeed we should continue deleting a couple of these and copying there to have more high rises. So with that, we should hopefully soon get enough population. What we could be doing is also pause some of those buildings like lumberyard, we know we have tons, or what we could do is start doing some upgrades. But I think we're gonna do that later on. But as you can see, those upgrades can be quite powerful. For example, production plus 20%, or workforce minus 15%, local stock plus 20%, and it is what running cost minus 12%. In particular, if we find a building that takes a lot of people, that may be where we start. Just before we repair that one. Okay, done. So actually, maybe we do that here, because if I remember correctly, this one is a lot of laborers, 30 laborers. So let's do our first upgrade maybe over here. Let's see what we can do. Electricity workforce consumption, for example, minus 15%. So it is. Instead of 30 people, it's 26 now. And I can have up to 6 upgrades. Some of them I've already unlocked, some of them I haven't yet, right? So we're gonna need to wait for this. But yeah, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. There is also another workforce needed here, minus 15% if we want. Here, the stock, no. Electricity consumption, no. But yeah, the workforce can be powerful, right? Okay. But more importantly, you know, what's remaining for us now is the radios. So the radios, as we said, we're gonna take rubber. Let's forget where those things are. Refinery, here it is. That's gonna take crude oil, right? So now we need to find crude oil first. We go over here and we have the oil pump, right? That will require, you know, a deposit. I see 2 on this side. Is there any on that side? No. No deposit at all. Okay. So crude oil may be, you know, quite limited. We have to be careful. It may be what we have to start buying in the future or getting it from another region. But I guess at this point, we don't really have a choice. Yo, this is very far. Okay, I guess you're the closest. That's gonna be a big road to get all the way over there. It probably requires water. I thought it would require electricity, but no, it's water. Interesting. So water, there it is. And then finally, we need a road. Okay, let's try to go as straight as possible. And then we're gonna go down where the other city is. Yeah, not bad. Done. Okay, so that should start a production of oil. No, it's not. Why? Not enough workforce. Okay, and insufficient water because we don't have the workforce there. Okay, so let's increase the workforce and check our productions. We know we need to make a bit more newspaper. So while we're at it, let's make a lot of them. Here it is, ladies and gents, I have started to prepare the ultimate layout. What do I mean by the ultimate layout? Well, basically this is the maximum number of newspaper you can make with one forester. Of course, it's one forester that is optimized, at the maximum. So instead of using 10 laborers and producing 16 per minute, it is going to produce a lot more with a lot less people. Only 6 people and 26 of production. In my opinion, this is really a good combo, at least for those entry-level buildings that don't really have a high production cost. Because with this, right, you're going to reduce the workforce by a lot. And by reducing the workforce, that means you need to feed less people, right? And then you boost the production by a lot. And 20% each is huge. Versus this is only minus 12% of cash. That's really not that much. And then increasing the stock limit, and I don't think we really need this. Especially in a layout like this, where I'm not even going to use a lot of depots, because the idea is to have these delivered directly into the buildings where it's used for. So in this case, right, by producing 26, we can have 6 cellulose factory. I mean, to be precise, we can have 6.5. So I think this is perfect. That way it's going to overproduce just a bit, and it should never stop. We are going to produce, as I said, 6 of these, but again, we can boost these guys like crazy to have less workforce and a lot of production per cycle. So we're using only 11 laborers, I think, instead of 20, and instead of 20 cellulose, we're going to produce 32. So that means with this 32, now we can have something like 16 of these paper mills, because each of them is using 12 of cellulose. But again, there, this one I didn't do all of the boosts. I think I did it here, yeah. So it's going to use only 11 people, and then it's going to produce 16 paper. So that means I think we're producing something like 200 paper with this. And so that means then you can have more than 50 of those printing press, because each of them is using 5 paper. And then again, you're going to want to boost them, right? So that you use as little labor as possible, and you make as much newspaper as possible, 8 for each. And the idea, again, is sort of circles, where you start in the middle, and you have this circle where it can deliver everything directly. So it delivers here directly, etc. And then you're going to do the same, right? So this guy also has a circle. This guy also has a circle. And so I put all of these paper mill, just around, right? They're all around. There may be, I think maybe this one. No, it is in range. They're all in range, I think. I should looked at it. Yeah, this is in range too. So they're all in range there. And then you have the final circle with all of these printing press, which again are in the circle, right? Basically these printing press here are in the circle of this one, and these guys are in the circle of that one, etc., etc. Maybe this one is outside of the circle, I think. Yeah, it's just outside, but that's okay. And then at the outside, we have a couple, depots. Put 2 there, 1 there, 2 there, 1 there. Maybe we have to put a few more, but it was also to try to keep it a bit rectangle. It's basically almost perfectly a rectangle. You do need to make sure you have electricity, and you're going to need not just one of these, because remember, one of these is limited in terms of how many building can support. So I have several, like here, there, there. We may need even another one. We have one there, we have some here, we have some there. So I don't know, to be honest, if I'm gonna need more than this, but it's fine. We can just move a building by 1 tile or 2 and then put another one of these. And yeah, the idea is basically, we can get this one started, and we can start one of these celluloid factory, and start maybe 2 of these paper mills and a couple of these printing press. And anytime we need a bit more, we can unpause some of the other ones, right? Or even just build them. I am going to move it slightly because there is some iron there just in in the way, and I did discover that the multi-move has a limit. It's not as big as I would want, so we're gonna need to keep that in mind, but it's fine, all good. So it is. With this, I think we can delete completely this piece here that wasn't as efficient, and just have that one working really well. So it is. I've deleted all of the buildings that used to be there. We just kept all of these windmills. We do need electricity, and we have started to build some here. So as I said, most of them right now, they're paused or not even built, but we have enough. We're definitely producing enough. So what's happening? Well, we have over here, right, the foresters. This is producing tons of wood. It's fully full because only one of the cellulose factory is up and running. It's using 4 of the wood to make 32 of cellulose. With this 32 of cellulose, we have now 2 of these paper mill, this one and that one, 2 of these that are on. So it's using 24 of cellulose, so that's fine. That's less than the 32. And that's making 32 paper, right? And then this 32 paper is being delivered to those 4 over here. Each of them is making 8 newspaper and only using 5. So again, we are totally fine, right? This is 32 and we're only using 20, so all good there. But with this, we're already making, 32, yes, 32 of newspaper, which is a lot more than what we need. If I'm not mistaken, here it is, putting 32, we're using 16. So we're totally fine for newspaper for a long time. Then ale, we can see we're still fine, so we can now make sure that the final production is going. So for this, we're gonna need over here to start building a new building, which is the refinery. We're taking all of this crude oil and we're gonna put it into the refinery over here to make some rubber. Just using a bit of crude oil to make some rubber, 20 to be precise, so that shouldn't be a problem. We do need electricity, so let's put the power substation over here. Okay, so that should get started. Oh, we're low on water right now. Okay, I'm gonna need to fix that in a second. But you can see that now indeed with this, we're gonna start making rubber. It's gonna go into the depot, right? And then it can go into this building over here, which I had paused earlier. We can restart. So I really need to fix my water now. But yeah, with this, we're gonna have, right, both the copper and rubber coming, making 4 radios. Now that may not be enough, but I guess one thing we can do is use this one here, increase the production, right? Here it is. So that now we're still using the same inputs, but instead of making 4, we're making 6. So hopefully this 6 should be enough. Let's give it a second. I think this is the first production here. While we're waiting for this, we have actually discovered a lot of new things over here. So let's check this out. We still don't have any enemies really nearby, so that's good. But we did find 2 new, AIs. One is in Cuba. Okay, so over here, I guess. these are them. And then one is the People's Movement, who seems to be already in the US and theoretically, I guess, should also be in China. Yeah. We're not at war yet with them, but as you can see, our kind of popularity with them is only at 30%, so they may declare war with us soon. And it is mostly politically driven, I think. You know, we have basically a very right-leaning policy right now, and they probably have a very left-leaning one. We may want to do with somebody that is actually pretty friendly with us, like the Chilean authority. We may want to do something like a trade deal. Now let's start at the top. We have almost 2,000 of fish, which is the maximum, so we can definitely sell some of these. And then we can ask, I don't know, for something in return. I don't really need anything, to be honest, but maybe some bricks. Okay, so let's sign the deal and see what happens. If they're happy, not happy. And hopefully that helps us make some friends. But the key thing is, indeed, again, I think now hopefully my people are pretty happy. It's not at 100% yet, but it's gonna get there very soon. We are producing enough. We're still good on food over here, so that's great. And yeah, basically, if we look also at our public service buildings, we have unlocked the police station and the school. We may want to start placing also these ones, like one police station over here, one school on the other side, and then maybe one on this side here. Up and up. Oh, that costs a lot of people. So can we reduce the staff? Yes, we can. We haven't unlocked everything. For example, we haven't unlocked this, which is increasing the range. That could be pretty powerful, to be honest, because reducing the cash cost. I mean, it is an expensive one, but I'm not too worried about it. And we do need a bit of electricity there too. Here we should already have electricity, no? There's no electricity here. Why? Oh no, it's not connected to the road. Sorry, my bad. My bad. Okay, so that should work now. It is. Why is this one not working? We need one person. Yeah, okay. I am very low indeed on people. So this is why it starts making so much sense to reduce, you know, for each of these building the workforce. It does cost, by the way, money, right? Money, plywood and bricks to do this. But I think for the long term, I mean, it's a cost one time and it has a great long-term effect. But yeah, you basically need to make sure you have enough. And we may want to build a couple more houses, I guess. Let's go. I haven't really done a cool layout yet for the houses, because I'm waiting, to be honest, a bit to have unlocked more of the services. But yeah, hopefully with two houses like this, and then making sure this one is really at the lowest possible amount for workforce, we should be soon fine. Okay, done. Good, good, good. But yeah, this is enough. We have now manufacturers that are very happy. They should stop rioting, which is really the important thing. They're also starting to get more of these public services, so that's great. Well, she's happy. The shipment has arrived, and I think that increased our standing with her. We're not at 50% anymore. We are now at 54%. I don't know if on the military side, you know, we could also send some shipments. And I guess if you tell them, you know, if we give them something and they give us nothing, maybe it's even more percentage, I guess. But I don't really have a lot of military yet, so we're not going to do that. I do think that it is probably time for us now to start on the military side. We have really the basis of a great city over here that's working well. So yeah, next episode, we're going to start making weapons, and a lot of weapons, so that we can start conscripting soldiers and start fighting. I hope you're excited. Smash like button, and I hope to see you next time.